The truth about automation. It's not coming quietly to fix your life. It's storming in, breaking everything you thought you knew about the economy, opportunity, power. You feel it, the exhaustion, the rage, that no matter how hard founders, investors, leaders like you push, the system just keeps tightening, closing off the room to breathe. Jobs vanish, markets shift, and the gap, the brutal canyon between the few who own everything and the masses scraping by, doesn't just stay. It yawns wider, threatening to swallow whole the possibility of real freedom. You're screaming inside, will this automation finally free the many, or will it drag us deeper into economic hell? That's the fight that burns now. But let's stop wasting time on vague hopes or empty promises. Automation is a force. It will do exactly what you let it do. It won't cure inequality on its own. It won't hand you fairness or justice on a silver platter. It will either amplify the power of the disconnected elite, or become the tool that shatters the old rules, wakes up the overlooked, and builds a new world out of ruins. So the question isn't if automation deepens inequality. It already will if you don't act. But how you push it to equalize, to balance, to liberate. Here is what no one tells you but must be said. First, you must stop seeing automation as a future problem or some abstract force. It is already reprogramming capitalism. It's rearranging capital, labor, and opportunity at a speed and scale that rips apart outdated assumptions. The frustration you feel, your fury, comes from watching systems that once rewarded capital and control instead feed on disruption without fairness. You see workers shoved out, while algorithms and robots collect the rewards. Investors swim deeper into wealth while vast numbers get left behind, grinding in lower wages, less security, less dignity. But here's the brutal truth that cuts through the noise. No system fixes itself. No technology equalizes by accident. If you stay passive, you inherit the collapse, the cementing of inequality, a society split in half. Those who own the machines and those who serve them. Your pain fuels the fire of an unjust future unless you seize control now. So here's the leap you must make, and you must make it fierce. Automation can be the great equalizer. Only if capital connects with purpose, only if power pursues production and liberation, not rent, not hoarding. That means founders and investors, leaders like you, must become architects of a new capitalism that weaponizes automation for human focus, rebuilding connection, not just efficiency, rewriting opportunity, not just profit lines. Step 1. Do not surrender to shortcuts and myths. Forget the idea that automation means fewer jobs. It means different jobs. But that distinction is your battlefield. You have to build systems that educate and reskill, yes. But deeper than that, you must dismantle the gatekeepers who hoard knowledge and networks for themselves. Create autonomous, self-directed ecosystems where talent from unexpected places finds the key to new ventures, where meritocracy isn't a buzzword but reality. The raw power of automation must funnel capital into this, funneled directly through scalable platforms, through decentralized funding that does not choke new founders with bureaucracy. Step 2. Rage against stagnation. The market left alone is merciless. It will inflate the few, squeeze the many, iterate inequality at blinding speed. You will watch capital cluster behind old power players who own algorithms and data. So resist the illusion that investment is neutral. No, you must be ruthless in backing innovators who build inclusive tech, who embed fairness into automation's design, who engineer transparency by default. Invest not in legacy profits, but in scalable equalizers, platforms that enable peer-to-peer collaboration across borders, automated tools giving small players global reach, AI that enhances human capability rather than replacing it. This is the insurgency you must lead, because the system is not on your side yet. Step 3. Lead with relentless courage to change policy not through polite meetings, but through seismic action. Capitalism, when left unchallenged, breeds extraction and decay. Automation gives you leverage unlike anything before, because it's reshaping labor and productivity. Use this leverage to demand and drive frameworks that unbundle monopolies, enforce data justice, and make dividends from automation's gains accessible to all citizens. Minimum standards that don't stifle innovation but protect human dignity. Accept that the old system was designed for control, not liberation. You are the storm rewriting that script. Mobilize with other founders and investors, Push for radical transparency, aggressive redistribution of resources invested in human capital, not automated extraction. Step 4. Burn the idea that equality is softness. Real equality is war. It is a battle over who owns the future. Do not just chase profit margins, chase impact horizons. Embed social and economic equity as non-negotiable pillars inside your ventures, as core metrics, as survival criteria. Automate generosity with intelligent capital deployment that targets underdog founders, underserved communities, the invisible skilled. Rally your networks to break isolation in markets, forged in collective power, fierce synergy, the brutal energy of connection between the few who dare to remake the world. Because the secret is this: no one changes the game alone. Lastly, dare to dream beyond capitalism's dangled carrots, the false promises of comfort and stability. The new world built on automation demands absolute freedom, not just from work, but from inherited shackles of identity, geography, privilege, strategically global, fiercely individual. Disrupt the comfortable illusions of nationality and tribe. Challenge the artificial divisions used to divide and paralyze. Build networks that transcend borders and identities, where merit and contribution define your place, not legacy, not accident of birth. This is your call to arms, founders, investors, leaders. The automation revolution is here. It will deepen inequality if you freeze. But if you ignite your vision, align capital with fierce purpose, smash isolation with connection, and weaponize your investments for radical, equitable transformation, you will rewrite history. This is the moment where the system's illusions break, and those awake and willing grasp the future that belongs to the few who refuse complacency. Burn with that fire. Move with that obsession. Do not let a single second slip wasted while the world changes without you. Automation will either be your chain or your key. You choose. Step forward and seize it, because failure is not an option when the future itself hangs in the balance.